Hi everyone, myself and Joe are back.
We're back.
Episode 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today we're going to talk about two themes, if you like. One is something that we mention a lot in our videos, and it's live pricing. I think sometimes I've had customers comment, say, oh, what's live pricing? What's this live pricing? And it's a very important thing for us, especially when we're pricing our cars, because we price our cars daily, hourly, to the market.
Yeah.
And the second thing we're going to talk about
Is a little bit on how the car prices are starting to level up a little bit, which is nothing to worry about. As a matter of fact, I see it as 6 and 2 threes, because if you're getting a little bit less for your current car, it also means you're paying a little bit less for the new car. So I think both topics today are quite good for our clients and just for now normal general public. And I think it'll be quite interesting to tell people out there what we are finding on a daily basis and how we do our day-to-day sort of job on the pricing side of stuff.
Yeah, well, every day there's new cars arriving. You'll see our videos, they come in, we get them advertised, we video them, and we talk a lot about the pricing.
Yeah.
What we do before we advertise a car is we go on all the different platforms, Auto Trader, eBay, look at what cars are selling for, and we make sure that our car is priced as the best value for spec, condition, mileage in the country. That is not something that we do daily or monthly. We do that, we're checking the market hourly. So live pricing, we'll adjust the price.
It's active, isn't it? It's just
Yeah,
live.
yeah, we do it all the time. We do it all the time.
100%. How important spec, though, when we're looking at cars and pricing, is spec massive to us?
Huge.
Because it makes a difference. It's right, isn't it? Because there could be two cars. We get calls all the time. And we've got a specific car with the right colour combination, the upgraded wheels, for example, the tow pack, whatever it is that stands out on that particular car, which makes it a little bit different, certainly more desirable. So when it comes to live pricing, we take that in consideration, because when we put the spec in, it then tells us to price it slightly differently for the right reasons, because we paid more for that car, right?
Yeah.
But then when we're pricing it, we're always looking at what it should be with the extras, looking at some that haven't got half of the extras, and we're pricing it a little bit less than that one, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which gives it the what we call the great value side of stuff. Because pricing a car number one in the market isn't always the best. We don't want to be the cheapest, because that's not the service we give.
Yeah.
So with the live pricing, like you've said, spec in mind, colour combination, because I've seen some hideous colours out there. It's not in the same car, is it?
No, but the amount of conversations I've had with customers where they ring me and say, oh, well, I've found a car cheaper than yours. And I'll say, right, so it's cheaper than ours. Can I have a look at it?
Yeah.
And you look at it and it'll be in the worst colour. It'll have, you know, for example, if it's a Range Rover, it won't have 23s, it'll have 21-inch wheels. It'll have a pure, terrible interior. So sometimes what customers have to realise is, when you're looking, if you want the best, doesn't mean it's the cheapest.
That's it.
It's everything. It's the company you're dealing with. It's the after sales. It's who you're dealing with, and it's the level of quality of car and spec. It's not just about the cheapest, because these car supermarkets will buy a load of cars which are basic, which they put out there
100%.
cheap, but the cars are just, you lose more on that car when you want to go and sell it.
Absolutely. Well, you had this experience the other day when, Liam will tell you, I'm sure for sure, but he had a call the other day. The car wasn't the same spec. The colour combination wasn't right, and it was literally about £600 less than what we advertised our car for. And I think the spiel that the client got was, oh, the car won't be ready for like 12 days. Ours is physical, it's live, it's here. And for that £600 difference, they were getting the perfect colour combination, because ours was black with the light cloud, not the other colour that they were after. And it had more spec on. I just think it means so much more, which then takes me on to the levelling off on the pricing side of stuff. So what we start to see, I'd say the last couple of weeks, maybe up to 4 weeks, with the new book prices and price changes out there, things they're starting to level off. So a client's part exchange, any product, Land Rover, BM, Mercedes, whatever it might be on book value £4,000 less now in a very short space of time. But that also means that the car they're looking to buy from us, or just out there in the market today, that has also leveled off. So I don't see it as a problem. I just think things are just starting to come back in line. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed.
Well, to give you an example, this is a real good example actually. I had a guy ring me today. He had a Land Rover Discovery. He bought it a year ago. He paid £72,000 for it. it is worth £40,000. So that guy is looking at a Range Rover we have for sale. His car's dropped £22,000, which is an awful lot of money to lose in 12 months. It's massive. At the time, £72,000 is what that car was selling for. That's what it was selling for. However, the big point is, the car he's buying off ourselves is a new Range Rover, which I was selling 12 months ago, £25,000 more expensive than what we are selling them for. So even though the prices have dropped, our pricing is still live, and our pricing is the price that the car should be today,
100%.
which I think what it's all about.
I think first of all, Liam meant 50,000. His numbers didn't add up there. He said 72, 40. That would be 32,000. So he meant 50. I know what he meant. You know what he meant. So he meant 50, by the way, not 40. But yeah, that's absolutely right. The cars that we were selling only months ago, they've dropped by 10k, 20k, whatever the figure is. But so is the part exchange. But that doesn't mean the supply and demand's still there. We still have customers wanting to buy cars from us. We still stock the best cars. And they are selling, but at a different number now. That's all it is. There's other factors around that. We'll talk maybe on our next chat, but finance rates as well sometimes have increased a little bit. That does have a small effect. But cars are out there. Some great cars to be found. Great deals to be done. And I think the numbers, it's 6 and 2 threes. If one's dropped by 5k and you're paying 5k less, it is what it is. You still want a car. For me, I think when we're selling cars and we're looking at deals, if you fancy something, anything in life, especially a car, and you have the means to do so, you do it. If it makes you happy, you do it. And the bit around it, you'd work with it really. You always have. Sometimes you need a car to get you from A to B. You need a car because of the presence you want to put out there. It could be all sorts of reasons. But for me, I think at the minute, the way they're leveled off is just 6 and 2 threes.
I think I think we've got two different types of customers. I think you've got the customer who will pay whatever the price is at the time because they want something. If you want it, I'm the same. If I see something I want, 100%. If it's a watch and it's what I want and it's the price, I'll pay it because I want it. So you get that with cars. If customer just wants to buy it, the price, not irrelevant, but he will pay what that car is at whatever premium.
Absolutely.
Now we've got customers who have held off and they've waited till book prices have dropped and cars are selling at list price or less than list price. I've just done a video on a V8 Range Rover. The car's up for 125,000. It cost 150,000 9 months ago. So that gives you an example. Absolutely. So you've got the customers who've held off, who are now buying the cars at list and a little bit less than list. But then you've got the customer from last year who got the car a year ago before anyone else had it, but they paid a premium for it. So they're your two different types of customers.
And remember, some of our clients, they've been driving the car for 12 months, 24 months, and haven't actually lost anything. So they have won. They have won overall.
Yeah, to finish off, actually.
It's twice as finished off, by the way.
We've said, you know, car prices have lost. Ooh, it's all a little bit doom and gloom. Well, it isn't, because I'm not just saying it. In 2021, 2020, 2021, 2022, 99.9% of customers out there didn't lose any money on the cars for 2 years, which is just unheard of. So everyone's had a really good run for a couple of years, and things now are just becoming a little bit more realistic.
Normality is what I call
it.
But guys, hope you enjoyed that. We're good with that, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.